What is good, peasants? My name is JB, and I'm here today with an update video for Season 5 of the IBL. Your Colorado Bouffalants have gone ahead and made a few transactions, and I felt like I just wanted to make a separate video going over these just to let you guys know why I went ahead and made the transactions I did, and I just talk a little bit about them just in a separate video so you're not confused as to why the team is different in my Week 9 game, and I don't have to rush through my thought process in the team builder part of the video. So I just decided to make it a separate video. And yeah, I don't like the reason I made these transactions was because I felt like my team just needed a little something extra. Just it was good. I enjoyed my team, but we've been on a 3-game losing streak, and I feel like it's partly my fault, but I feel like the team could just be a little bit better. I feel like the team isn't performing, so I just decided to switch some things up, and hopefully, it'll revitalize, my playstyle. Hopefully, just make things a little bit better on myself. So the first thing I did was I made a player-to-player trade, and with Dark Devil 26, aka Brendan, aka the commissioner of the IBL. So you already know I got them connections. You need connections, I got them. I can get you. I don't know what I'm saying. He's a good pal of mine, but yeah. Anyway, Brendan and I decided to make a trade. He was also, trying to, make some changes to his team. He wanted a couple mons I had, and I wanted a mon he had. So I decided to compromise and make a change that I wasn't really too interested in, but I decided to do it anyway, just because I liked the idea. I've wanted to try one of these mons for a while. So I just went ahead and did it anyway, just on a whim, because like, you know what, that sounds fun. I kind of really want to use that mon, but I mainly did it for the first one. So what I did was, I took my Tapu Fini and my Mega Scizor. So my first two picks in the league. So just for first pick sake, I had my Mega Scizor and my Tapu Fini. I traded for his Diancie, his Mega Diancie, and Melodic. So we traded Mega Scizor and Fini for Mega Diancie and Melodic. Just player-to-player trade. They don't count as the transactions. They're different things. The main reason I wanted to do this was I'm not the biggest fan of Fini, if you guys haven't been able to tell. I guess I feel like I was just like sort of forced into running specific sets. And you have me thinking, well, why'd you pick up Melodic? It does like one thing. It runs Flame Orb Marvel Scale. But Melodic is one of my favorite Draft League mons. It's just something that every time I've used it, I've been, incredibly reliable with. It's always just one of those reliable mons that you can just fit on a team. It's got just absolutely stupid bulk, fantastic HP, defense is solid, very good spit F and Marvel Scale, allows its defense to be even better. And, obviously you can run like the Flame Orb set like I talked about, and you can also run competitive sets, which you already know I like. I like me some weird sets, so yeah, I really like Melodic. It's one of my favorite mons to use. It's just so reliable, so nice, and he was willing to trade it to me, and that's why I decided to make the trade. Melodic, it does a lot of things well. It has access to 1-turn recovery, so that's nice. Obviously, it's a fantastic Scald spammer. Has like haze to prevent setup, and it can Dragon Tail stuff out, or it can Ice Beam, or it can Magic Coat. It can do all sorts of just really cool things, and I really like Melodic, and I felt like it had a really good place on my team. And I feel like it's I lose out on removal with these two trades, and that's the thing. I lost out on a little bit of removal, but my team is less weak to rocks and doesn't really care too much about them. And also I got a Magic Bounce spawn, so yeah, I might have lost out on removal, but it's whatever. I feel like Melodic is just so reliable that I'm not too worried about that, and it just doesn't die. And Mega Diancie is a mon I've always wanted to try. It has, again, phenomenal stats. 110 in both defenses and speed, 160 in both attack stats. 50 HP is a little, worrisome, but it does still have Magic Bounce, which is, a phenomenal ability. Clear Body is also a phenomenal ability before Mega Evolving. So yeah, Mega Diancie is just a really, really good Pokemon. More offensive fairy than Tapu Fini, which I like. And, it's got access to, like, Diamond Storm, which is a phenomenal move. Calm Mind, of course. Heal Bell if you need to be a Cleric. Power Gem, access to Moonblast as well. I don't know why I keep clicking. Explosion if I want to get weird. Like, base 160 Explosion's not going to feel good. It also has, access to like the Sub Endeavor sets. So it's a very reliable Stealth Rocker. It's very good at just clicking Rock Polish and potentially just winning games. And plus, I can freely click Toxic now that I don't have Tapu Fini on my team, so that's also nice. Yeah, all in all, I really like Diancie Melodic. I feel like it's just not really more my playstyle, but I just feel like it's nice, just a little change of scenery. So that was one of the trades I made. So I traded two 180 point Mons for a 180 point Mon in Diancie and a 120 point Mon in Melodic. So I had 60 points left over, and I used those 60 points and I dropped Nidoking, which, let me preface this by saying, I absolutely love Nidoking. It's a phenomenal Pokemon, but I don't like it for this team. I felt like it just did not fit well on this team. Yes, it was one of my kill leaders. Yes, it's a fantastic meme. Yes, it's just incredibly hard hitting, but I just felt like this team needed more of a defensive backbone ground type, and I wasn't able to get that in the draft. But I was able to, use those 60 points left over from this and drop Nidoking, and I was able to pick up Gliscor for 140 points. So I have 20 points left over from that, which I may or may not be able to use later on. We'll see. But yeah, I decided to pick up Gliscor mainly because it's just a much more reliable defensive backbone of a ground type with another, just fantastic ability in Poison Hill with Toxic Orb, obviously. It's basically leftovers. It's a little bit better than leftovers, I think, isn't it? I don't know, man. Yeah, it's better than leftovers. It's 1/8 versus 1/16, but yeah, Gliscor is just like a phenomenal like defensive ground type, more reliable defensively. Good HP, good spit off, very good defense, and it's decently hard hitting as well as pretty fast as well, with base 95 speed. Gliscor, all in all, is just a really good Pokemon, and it's just, I felt like it fit the team better than Nidoking. As much as I love Nidoking, I would love to draft Nidoking again along with a more defensive ground types, like double up on ground types. But yeah, I just felt like Nidoking did not fit this team well at all. I felt like I just needed a more defensive ground type, and that's what I got here with Gliscor, with access, stuff like Acrobatics, if you want to run fleeing sets, because, fleeing Acrobatics, why the hell not? It's a clean set. Fleeing a Toxic Orb, Toxic someone, you start spamming Acrobatics. Agility's nice if you need it, Aqua Tail as well. Of course, Defog, it's another Defog option, so I lost out on 2 Defoggers, but I got a Magic Bounce Mon and a very reliable Defogger. Fire Fang, nice move to have, stuff like Ice Fang as well. It gets all the Fangs, knock off Night Slash, Poison Jab, Rock Polish, Rock Slide as well, so you can dual dance a little bit, get Swords Dance, U-Turn, X-Scissor, Toxic, Taunt. It's just a phenomenal Pokemon. Everyone loves Gliscor, it's freaking cute, it's a great mon, and I feel like it fits the team really well. So, with that being said, I had one more transaction to make. So, what I wanted to do now that I had, got a little bit bulkier and stuff, is I wanted to just, mess around just a little bit more, see if I could, patch a couple holes and potentially, make a couple things look a little bit better. So what I wanted to do, I didn't like having 3 base 110 mons, and I preferred Raichu over Lycanroc, so I decided to drop Lycanroc. I really like Lycanroc, I really do. But I felt like Lycanroc was just, it was the most expendable member. It's basically, I wanted to drop, if I wanted to get any real sort of points, I had to drop another one of my 100 point mons. And Shaman and Incineroar were off the table, so Lycanroc was the only other option to be able to get any real points to make any real meaningful transactions. So unfortunately, Lycanroc had to go. I love Lycanroc. I will absolutely draft it again. It's phenomenal. I love this thing's speed. I love its ability in Tough Claws, and I love its access to Cell Rock and all that sort of stuff. I love Lycanroc. It had nothing to do with the mon itself. And I also decided to drop Primeape because I picked up another base 95 speed mon. Now, granted, Gliscor's not going to be ran, max speed very often, but I doubled up on speed here, so I wanted to go ahead and change that up a little bit. So I dropped a 40 point mon and a 100 point mon, so I have 160 left over. But a weird rule in the IBL is you can't drop well, you can, but it counts as one transaction, but you can't drop a 100 point mon for a 100 point mon. So I had 160 points, and what I wanted to do was drop Lycanroc and Primeape and pick up a 100 point mon and a 60 point mon. But dropping 2 100 point mons cancel each other out, so that counts as one transaction in and of itself. So I wouldn't have had enough transactions. It's a weird rule. Brendan and Tyler both said that they were probably going to change it for next season. So I get that they didn't want to change it mid-season. It's fine because it wouldn't be fair to people who've already made trades. I totally get that. It's it's a good rule. It's their rule. It's their league. It's whatever. But anyway, what I decided to do was I decided to drop Lycanroc and Primeape because Primeape, like I said, it doesn't really do anything other than run Scarf and Revenge Kill, and Lycanroc is just sort of, it was the most expendable team member that I could do to change anything up. And I felt like I needed to change more stuff up. So what I decided to do, and I want to give a shout out to Brendan, Tyler, and also even Wilmar, aka Puerto Rican Courtney. We were all just hanging out on call, chilling, and we were going over our team stuff. And Wilmar gave some good insight into these things. So I had 2 options. I had 2 different trades. One of them was the one I ended up doing, obviously, and the other one was the Blade and Hitmonchan for these 2 spots. But what I ended up doing was going Toxicroak and Escavalier. So the reason I made these 2 trades was, one, I wanted another Steel type, and Escavalier was, believe it or not, one of the best available. The other really good one was available was Cobalion or Metagross, which is one of the 2 I was going to go with, but again, like the 100 point Mon for 100 point Mon thing didn't really work out, so I wanted to do a little bit more of my points. And if I went with Cobalion, I didn't want to have double fighting, I didn't want to be stuck with Primeape, being stupid weak to Fairy, so that's what I ended up doing there. So yeah, we went with Toxicroak and Escavalier because they cover each other actually very well. These 4 Mons cover each other so freaking well. It's actually kind of ridiculous. You know, with Toxicroak and an immunity to water, which is very nice, and then Escavalier being so weak to fire, we have Melodic, Ice, and we have both of these 2 things, and like they just cover each other's weaknesses so well, these 4 Mons. But I decided to go with Toxicroak over Blade, and I decided to go with this over Blade and Hitmonchan. I wanted the removal from Hitmonchan, but Hitmonchan was just sort of meh, and I kind of really liked the idea of picking up Escavalier with Melodic and Gliscor. I thought that was cool, so I decided to do that. And I went with Toxicroak over like Metacham or something because I just wanted to use Toxicroak. I'm not gonna lie, it gives me a grounded poison type, so I don't get destroyed by T-Spikes because my team doesn't have the best hazard removal. So I have the, that, which is nice. Toxicroak is actually a really cool mon. It gets a decent move pool, solid offensive stats all around. Meh on defense, but solid offensive stats all around. 106 attack, 86 special attack, 85 speed, all solid stats. Very good move pool. Brick Break, Bulk Up, Bullet Punch, Crash Drop, Dark Pulse, Drain Punch, Earthquake, Fake Out. So I just ton of really good moves. Stab Gunk Shot's nice. It gets access to I think all the elemental punches. No, it doesn't get Fire Punch. It gets Ice Punch. Knock Off, Low Kick, gets access to Nasty Plot. So if you want to run a special set, it's very good at that as well. Poison Jab for Stab, if you don't want to miss your Gunk Shots. A decent Pursuit Trapper. Stab, Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, Shadow Ball. Like I said, it's a very reliable special. It can run a very reliable special set if need be. Another Super Fang option, which is pretty cool. Sucker Punch is nice. Taunt, of course. I love Taunt. It does get Thunder Punch. Toxics I can't miss. But yeah, I feel like Toxic was just a really cool mon, and it's something I really wanted to use. And I thought it would be really fun. So that's why I decided to go Toxicroak. And last but not least, we have Escavalier. And the main reason I picked up Escavalier was I needed to Steel type since dropping, Mega Sizzler. And, I said, why not just go with another Bug Steel type. This is by far the best Steel type I could have grabbed. I guess, Durant's a thing, but it's so frail, and I don't like that. Escavalier is not very frail at all. 105 in both defense, 70 HP, an incredible 135 special attack to stat. Yeah, its speed is basically nothing, but it doesn't need to be fast. It has good abilities all around. Swarm is solid. Shell Armor, but Overcoat is really where it shines, being immune to Spore and whatnot. But yeah, I think Escavalier is going to be a very solid mon. It's a good Assault Vest user. People are, and I got a nice little quad weakness, there with these 4 mons. So people are gonna have to, make some decisions with some hidden powers. So that's always nice to force people to decide which hidden powers they want to run. This thing is also just a monster like choice band user. Just look at Mega Horn, look at his attack stat, and show me your switch-ins. But yeah, Escavalier is a solid offensive, just like hitter. I think it'll do like a solid job of just existing and clicking buttons when it needs to. So yeah, let's just to give you guys like an overlook on my actual team. I guess I could just go to the IBL. Just ignore this. I have I'm playing Techno this week. I haven't started prep, but yeah, this is what the team looks like now. So we have Mega Dancy, Gliscor, Melodic, Shaman, Incineroar, Toxicroak, Mesprit, Escavalier, Noivern, Licky, and Raichu. So that's the squad going forward throughout the rest of the season in the IBL. I'm really excited about these changes. I know I missed out on removal, but I think it's fine at the end of the day. I think my team isn't that worried about rocks, and I do still have Magic Balance. I do still have 2 solid removal options in Noivern and Gliscor, mostly Gliscor obviously, but Noivern can do it too if need be. But yeah, I really like this team, and I think it'll be a solid, change things up a little bit, and see if we can't make a run for the playoffs and hopefully turn our season around, because we've been in a bit of a slump lately. So yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I will see you all in my week 9, I think it is, battle later this week. Peace. What's good, peasants? My name is JB, and I'm here today with my week 9 matchup of Team Builder for the IBL. This week we are taking on Techno, coach of the Carolina Pantherians. Some of you may know him as a GBA D-League champion. So you know this is going to be a great match. I'm in way over my head. I'm just this nobody who came from a Facebook league. I know I'm taking on the champion of the GBA D-League. Like, I didn't sign up for this. I just want to have fun playing Pokemon. Now I got these, good players, like, out here, like, coming for me. But he's, I'm kidding. But he currently has a record of 6-2 with a differential of plus 20 effing 4. So, yeah. But I'm sitting here with like 4-4-0. So, yeah, it's gonna be a fun matchup. But his team is actually a little bit, I don't want to say strange, but it's different because it only has 8 Mons. So let's go ahead and go over that. He has Mega Mawile, Greninja, Tornadus, Tiwazimus, Mamoswine, Breloom, Galvantula, Fortress, and Golbat. So he doesn't have a lot of Mons, but holy crap, the power on this man's team is stupid. Like Mega Mawile with webs, like Mawile, Galvantula. You guys saw me make a finals run with those two in PCL, so yikes. Greninja, it's thankfully Torrent Greninja, so it's not as scary, but it's still like a good spike setter. Still hits really hard as well. Like people underrate it because it's not Protean or Battle Bond, but it still hits relatively hard. It still gets all like the ridiculous move pool that it gets. Obviously, Tornadus is one of my favorite Mons in the format. An excellent, just like offensive Mon, can be defensive as well. It does a lot. Like I love Tornadus T, so and couple that with Z moves, so it can hit incredibly hard. It could just be a nuke, so I'm not too excited about playing that. We have he has a Mamoswine as well. One of the hardest hitting Mons in the format, incredibly hard to switch into dual stab, ice and ground, stealth rock setter, priority with ice shard, so it's kind of ridiculous. Breloom, relatively slow, times for weakness, but it can spam spore, it can SD, bullet seeds, it run like sub poison hill set, so that can be annoying. Galvantula is a web setter, not like the best Mon. It's really frail, decently fast, doesn't hit that hard, but it doesn't miss thunder, so that's cool. I mean, it does miss thunder. Feels bad, man. Fortress gets literally every hazard in the game except for Sticky Web. Gets Rock, Spikes, and T-Spikes. It's a Rapid Spinner as well. Slow Volt switches, U-turn and stuff like that. Golbat, decently fast. Taunt, can defog, can do some like Super Fang shenanigans. So, all in all, it's a really scary team with like Mega Mawile. I believe Mega Mawile is like currently leading the league in kills. Yeah, it has 18, so it's tied with Mega Glade for league leader in kills. So, that's disgusting, but I'm not too worried about Mega Mawile. I think my team deals with it relatively well, and this is the week that we are able to use our transactions that we made, so it should be fun. Shouts to Dorian, and I think Pat helped with this team a little bit as well. But let's just go over it. First off, we have Justice, our Melodic, with a Flame Orb. The moves are Scald, Ice Beam, Haze, and Recover. Standard AF Melodic. With the defensive vessel we have, after we get our Marble Skull boost, we are 3-8 KO'd by an Adamant Life Orb, Mamoswine, Earthquake. Breloom needs 5 hits with Bullet Seed to kill when we're burned, and Life Orb Thunder, and it lives as a Life Orb Thunder from Galvantula with the spread. And you can just recover all that damage off, so that's very nice. It's a Melodic, it's gonna do Melodic things. I believe an Ice Beam, just outright Okos, like non-specially invested, like non-bulky Breloom, so that's cool. We have, Scald just spams against stuff like Mawile and Mamoswine, so if we can catch a burn on either of those ones, that will be huge. He doesn't deal with his team too well. Funnily enough, like 2 weeks ago, he played Brendan, and Brendan, had Mega Dancy, Melodic, so he's gonna have to deal with those again, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Next up, we have a Scavalier with an Occaberry. The moves are Iron Head, Joron, X-Scissor, and Aerial Ace with Overcoat. We have enough, well, we have enough attack investment just to, I guess, like, kill things. Specifically, we Oko Breloom with Aerial Ace, obviously. We have an 88% chance to one-shot non-bulky Mamoswine with Iron Head, so that's cool. Like, it guarantees after rocks, I believe. It's like a weird roll. It's like an 80-something. I don't know the freaking roll, man. And then Scarf Gurn Hydro is a guaranteed 3-8 KO with our Spit Off Invest. So we have Occaberry because I wanted to try to live like a Tornadus, just Heat Wave, but it wasn't happening. Like, even with like Assault Vest, it still did like a ton, and like we couldn't touch it back. So, and then we just even if we did that, we didn't eat Mega Mawile, Fire Fang. So I just decided to run Occaberry instead of like Assault Vest. So, whatever. Since we couldn't touch the Tornadus anyway, so we just went 4 attacks with Occaberry. The attacks are fine. This is also a really good check to Breloom as it can't spore us, so that's our switching to that. So that's cool. And yeah, that's what we have on Escavalier. Don't worry, Escavalier and Dancy will have nicknames. I haven't got to that yet, but they'll have nicknames by the time I get this team gen. I'm getting this team gen like after this video, so I'm a brainstorm. I might insert a clip there. If I did, then you guys are probably hating me right now, but if I didn't insert the clip, then you're like, what's this idiot talking about? I'm gonna try to remember to insert the clip there. But yeah, I'll brainstorm some nicknames after this. Next up, we have Echo, our Noivern, with choice specs. Frisk, obviously, with Draco, Flamethrower, Air Slash, and U-Turn. Max because we naturally outspeed everything, including the Tornadus. We Oko, Mega Mawa, Flamethrower. We live a Sucker Punch if rocks aren't up, but I mean, rocks are probably going to be up because Mamoswine gets to click them for free. So does Fori, so hopefully we can avoid rocks getting up. I don't remember the exact rule on that. I should probably check it. Let's just check that real quick while we're waiting. So yeah, while I'm getting that calc up, I could just continue talking about this. We have a 75% chance to Oko offensive Tornadus with Draco, so that's cool. If we get rocks up, then we can kill that thing if it's not like Assault Vest. Since this is only a Z-move user, I would expect it to be Assault Vest, but it could potentially not be. I think I kind of like think he might run Corkscrew Crash against me, like Steel Wing, or potentially like Z Focus Blast even. So yeah, that's sort of what I expect in that realm. Next up, we have El Tigre, our Incineroar, with Titanium Z. The moves are Superpower, Flare Blitz, Fake Out, and U-Turn. So after Intimidate, we live 1 Adamant Life Orb, Mamoswine, Earthquake. We outspeed Jolly Mega Mawile, and our Z move one-shots Mamoswine. So it's a way to get rid of Mamoswine. I don't feel like dealing with Mamoswine. F Mamoswine. Basically, the idea is to come in on that, intimidate it. Hopefully he stays in, clicks Earthquake, we live, and then I Z move it into the dirt because F Mamoswine. I couldn't really come up with like a better item to run on it, so I just decided to do that anyway. Sugar Berry didn't really help because I was still 2-hit KO'd, and Superpower didn't one-shot, and Fire Stab doesn't one-shot either if he's Thick Fat, which, why wouldn't he be Thick Fat? I could see him potentially bringing Oblivious because I do have, a Fast Taunter and Noivern, but Ice Shard kills like 3 Noiverns anyway, so I think he's probably just going to be a smart player and run Thick Fat. Fake Out plus Flare Blitz does Oko Fortress, so that's cool. Good way to get rid of that thing. I might potentially leave with this if I see Foray, so that's something to think about. Calc still hasn't loaded for some effing reason. That's obnoxious. Anyway, next up we have Artemis, our Mesprit, with Colbur Berry. Those are Psychic, Hidden Power, Fire, Thunderbolt, and Healing Wish. The speed is for max speed Adamant Mega Mawile. We didn't really need a lot, so we decided to do that. Spit Off lets it live a Life Orb Bug Buzz from Galvantula, and then we live in Adamant Life Orb Icicle Crash from Mamoswine. It's a guaranteed 3-hit KO with this roll. Colbur to take hits from Greninja, Sucker from Mega Mawile, and then like random knockoffs, just because I couldn't come up. Again, I couldn't really come up with a better item. This Healing Wish support is nice for stuff like potentially Noivern, potentially Mega Diancie, potentially even El Tigre. Just whatever I feel like I might need, a live late game I have Healing Wish for. So it's nice. I don't take a lot from like Mamoswine, so I can do that if I need to. I can, yeah. I just feel like Healing Wish is cool bringing this game, so I decided to go ahead and do that for once. Bring a decent set. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, and then last but not least, we have Mega Diancie with Stealth Rock, Hidden Power, Fire, Diamond Storm, and Moon Blast. So shout out to Borndon for this spread. First off, we have speed for Galvantula, and we should have speed for Galvantula, right? Because we have that would speed 2. Yeah, Galvantula's 108, not 109. We're good. We have speed for Galvantula. We have the Spadef investment allows us to live in HP still from non-life orb Tornadus T. I stole this directly from Brendan's video because he had this mon right as that went up. The calc still has not loaded. I think am I downloading on Steam? I am. Alright, hold on. Let me pause that so I can calc this for you guys. I normally don't calc in video, but since I said I was going to, I want to do it, so I'm going to do it. But yeah, this thing is basically just here to click super effective button, hit power fire for stuff like Breloom, for stuff like Galvantula, even though we could just click Diamond Storm against that. Obviously for Fortress, it's nice. Moonblast just drops, stuff like Greninja if he doesn't, cook water stuff. I live a Scholar, I live a Surf. I don't know if I live a Hydro Pump if he's Specs. I probably don't even live Surf if he's Specs. But hey, it's whatever. And you know, yeah, just Moonblast and hit a Power Fire, Diamond Stone, hit everything. I didn't really think Earth Power hit Maw. Well, Earth Power obviously does a lot to Mawile, but I feel like I actually have a decent amount for Mega Mawile. I'm not too scared of it. I probably should be, because he's better than me. He's gonna use it better than I did in the PCL. It's like I just have like a sour taste in my mouth for Mega Mawile for the PCL. And yeah, I can't. There we go. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. All right, let's just bring up this Noivern real quick. And we'll bring up a Mega Mawile. I'm pretty sure I live one Sucker Punch. I'm almost positive I do. Yeah, I easily live one Sucker Punch, so I can just drop that thing of the Specs Flamethrower. I just wanted to remind myself of that roll, and since I told you guys I was going to do it, I came through and did it. So that is the team, and I will see you guys in the video right about now. Take 3? Maybe? We'll see. This is the 3rd attempt. First one, he sent a trade request, sent a battle request. Second one, we disconnected right after I selected my party. And now, wait, no, this is 4th try, because that was the 3rd try where we disconnected right after I selected my party and our participating team. And then the second one, like, he like didn't have a right mod or something in his box or something. I don't know, man, but like, take 4, I guess. I already messed that up, so I guess it's like take 5 now since I screwed up the number. I don't know. Hopefully we could just play the damn game, because I just want to play some Pokemon. We're here with that game against Tech, for those of you who haven't figured that yet. So he brings the Mawile, the Memo, Torn, Double Bug, which is nice. He's so weak to fire, dude. So we don't see the Golbat, so we see 4. Otherwise, I think I nailed everything. Is that right? Golbat for 4 is the only run wrong? Yup. Don't see Breloom. Didn't really expect to see Breloom, but you know, it's still nice to have my tech for it. This is looking like the freest Echo lead of my life. The only thing, like, the only things that are problematic are opposing Scarfers, which I can Frisk, or Mamoswine lead. So, other than that, I think we're fine to just lead with our Roy. So, good luck, have fun. Mr. Techno Strike should be a fun one. See if we can pull off an upset and get our season back on track. So he is going to lead with his Greninja. That's fine, that's fine. As long as we don't see a Scarf, we are in a good position. Frisk, a Life Orb, Poggers. That's what you like to see, boys. Alright. We only show imported stats, get a Noivern. Nope, that's a Melodic. Get a Noivern. And let's go to a Greninja. With just a nice little all-out attacker Greninja. See what happens when I click U-turn. This is a decent chunk. I'll take that. I'll take that damage all day, son. I could just alternatively I could just Draco and get a kill. Honestly, we know he's Life Orb. Do I risk a Mon that puts in so much work this early in the game though? If I'm a man, I do, but I don't think I'm feeling like a man turn 1. So I'm gonna just make the smart, the safe play and U-turn like a good player. I made the smart play. I U-turn on out. Now, if we see leftovers here, which we'll have to wait until after this turn, I think my play regardless is to go into Incineroar, because Fake Out into Flare Blitz does still kill. Unless he's Akaberry, but you know, that's good to find out now rather than later. So I will go into Incineroar here. And honestly, I could just U-turn again, or I could Fake Out on whatever switch he might want to make. We get the Intimidate off. We'll see if he's potentially leftovers or Berry. We don't see leftovers, so we assume Akaberry. That's the one we assume. So we should, let me make sure to mark down Greninja's Life Orb. That was my chair arm because it is broken and every time I move it falls. I need to get that fixed, but you know, I'm gonna put berry question mark. Let me get my armrest back up here. I'm gonna try to keep that from falling multiple times. His switch into this really doesn't exist, and in all honesty, I should probably just click Flare Blitz if I'm a man. I'm just gonna fake out, see how he reacts to this. Reacts just by staying in. We could potentially, if we reveal a Rocky Helmet too, that'd be real nice. So we don't reveal the Rocky Helmet. I'm gonna U-turn here, assuming that he is in fact Akaberry. I think he is Akaberry. I want to see if my Noivern can straight up just kill even if he is Akaberry. Because I do 206 minimum with specs. Yeah, I do 103 min if he's Akaberry. That's if he's Fizzed up. So we'll just go back into Noivern. And also we'll find out if he's Akaberry. Frisk and Akaberry, yeah. He'd have to have a decent amount of SPDF to not die to this. So, is that my play? Honestly, it might be. His Flamethrower switching, Specs Flamethrower switching does not exist. I think I just click it. He has to have a good amount of SPDF. Like, how much SPDF would he have to live this? I'm sure he probably has it, but it's actually not that much at all. Actually, from where he's at, he is at, he's at 80%. He has to have a lot to live. Or he's not at 80%. He's at 90%. Yeah, he's at 90, he's at 85. Jesus, why is that so hard for me to read? I just like don't pay attention. He has to have a lot of SPDF to not die to this. Yeah, he has to have a ton of SPDF to not die from this range. So I'm gonna click Flamethrower. I don't care if you're Akaberry, dude. I'm Specs. You have to have a ton of SPDF to not die. I can't imagine you'd be fully SPDF. Yeah. Cool. Perfect. That probably tells him I'm Specs, but do I care about that? Honestly, not really. So, what? He goes Memo. Of course he goes Memo. So rocks are up. How much am I doing? How much am I taking from an Earthquake after rocks at -1 from Incineroar? Obviously, Ice Shard kills like 12 Noivern, so we don't stay in ever. Earthquake kills after rocks, even at -1, if he's adamant. So what I could do is just go Artemis here. I think that's the safest play. Artemis is sort of safe here. I say sort of because I'm still going to take damage. That's fine, I'll take the... He goes for knockoff, that's a good play. Show me Life Orb. We don't see a Life Orb, okay. Please Scarf? He might be Scarf. So... Mamoswine, we see... Knock. No Life Orb, okay. The Psychic's doing a good amount of this, and... Knockoff's not doing a whole lot after that. That's with Life Whip too. So he's... Yeah, he's doing like 30% with this, so... His Psychic switch-in is the Greninja. So I could predict that and go for Thunderbolt, or I could make a double and go into Melodic here. I think that's what I want to do. I want to go Melodic. Potentially get my Flame Wave. If he double knocks off, good play. He does not. He's faster than me too, so that's good to know. He does go into the Galvantula. Okay, that's a good play. I can respect that. It's not really what you want to see though, but hey, it's whatever. It's just whatever, man. We do get our Flame Orb activated, so that's cool. I don't want to take this hit though. There's no reason for me to stay in and take this hit, especially when I have a full health, very SPDF thing, whatever the hell it's called. A Scavalier here. That the main thing is here to check didn't come, so I'm gonna just go into a Scavalier. He goes for his webs. That's mildly annoying. I'm not too worried about that because I'm just not. And with a Galvantula in front of me, what is my best move to click with Mr. Scavalier? X-Scissor does a ton, dude. I could Drill Run, or I could Iron Head predicting Memo to want to come in, but I don't think Memo would come in here. The main thing that would come in here is honestly the Torn. I'm thinking potentially Torn or potentially Mega Mawile. So what I think I actually want to do is just Drill Run, see what he goes into. He's gonna switch again. If he goes Mawile, that's huge. This Tornadus, okay, that's fine. That's a good play. I can respect that. Trying to catch the Weavile, or not the Weavile, the Mawile. They both in an aisle. Don't at me. So this is probably a Z user. This is only Z user. Let's just say he's no bulk. Iron Head's doing like half. Can he kill me with his Z Heat Wave through Akaberry? Potentially, yes. Can you kill me with a Z Hurricane? No, you cannot. I'm at 155. I'm at 87. Yeah, Inferno Overdrive kills me here if he's that. If he gets the Supersonic Sky Strike roll is 73 to 87, which if he gets the max roll, that'd be unfortunate. But he's just gonna go for a Dry Hurricane. That's fine. I'm gonna get like 60% off of this, unless I get hit myself with Fusion. Come on, I need this damage. Don't hit yourself. Yes, good job. That's some nice damage, dude. That's some very nice damage. I'm clicking it again because Hurricane misses, and also there's a chance that he switches out, so we just Iron Head again. No reason to predict here. I don't need this thing. Like I said, the main thing I brought it for didn't even come. So he's going to Z-move me here. He wastes a Z-move on this, so that's fine. That's flying him. Alright. So, the Scavalier's going to go down. Tornadus is going to pick up one. Hurricane. Fly. Alright, you know what? That's fly. Just a flying Z move, so I'm fine with letting the Scavalier go down there. That doesn't bother me really at all. And honestly, I could go into my. I think I do want to go into my Diancie here. I think I do want to go to Diancie here. Because Clear Body, I won't get the speed drop. And since he's not Life Orb, I do live the Still move if he wants to go for it. But is my play to Rocks or is my play to go for Diamond Storm? I really want to get Rocks up for the stupid Galvantula because it's Sash. Because it's getting close to the point where I can just start spamming Flamethrower and win the game. I just need Mamoswine Weakened, and I don't think I've. I'm just gonna put Rocks. If that's a misplay, it's a misplay. But I really want to get my Rocks up. I should have tried to get them up sooner. This is like my other lead, but you know, it's just so hard not to lead with Frisk and Wave Rain, dude. It's so good. So yeah, we're just gonna click Rocks here. Hopefully he switches and tries to preserve this, knowing he can't kill me. This is one of those situations where you wish first turn Mega wasn't a rule, so I could take the hit a little bit better. I guarantee I live the Still move and get my hazard up. If he's Stilling though, this is all for naught, but I don't think he will be Stilling. I think he'll be HP Still or he won't have anything. He's thinking, so I don't think he has anything to hit me, so he's probably going to switch here. Like I said, I just want my Rocks up. That's all I really care about at this juncture is getting those up. He is going to stay in. Okay, that's kind of scary, honestly. What is he going to click? Just anything other than Still move, please. Goes for sub. Okay, I'm alright with that. I'm alright with seeing sub there. We get a Rocks up. I am perfectly okay with this. Sub. This gives me 2 chances to get a defense boost with good old Diamond Storm, so I'm gonna click that. If we get a defense boost, I think we live an Earthquake from Memo. We get 2 defense boosts since we have to break the sub. Oh, he has it. Shit. Yeah. 2 HP. Yep. That's fine, we'll break the sub, and he can't sub again, so it's whatever. We got our rocks up. HP still. The Dancy is going to go down here, unfortunately. I'm going to pick up another one. That was a good play, debating whether or not he wanted to go for sub when he did. I respect that. Goes for the U-turn. Okay, that's fine. Did you imagine if that somehow only did 1 HP? I just got a free hit off. So we know his whole set now. It's Hurricane, HP still, sub, and U-turn. Interesting sub U-turn on the same set, though. I have my rocks up, though, and his only remover is dead. And I have my Flame Whip, so Melodic's not really an issue. And he goes Mammal Swine right now. He takes rocks damage, so that's cool. That's really cool. I think I just go into Justice. And I start clicking Scald. What HP is my Noivern at? Should probably check that. I need to make sure I'm out of range of... Yeah, I'm fine. I'm out of range of this Mawile sucker still. I just need damage on Grin. I need something else to be able to take Grin out. Yeah, I think I can just start spamming moves with Fang. He's gonna go probably Greninja here, yep. This thing is an issue still because I don't really have switch-ins to it. Like, just period, I don't. Especially with my Escavalier going down early. So, I think my play is to just sack Artemis, I'm pretty sure. I think that's the safest bet. No, because Artemis could still have use. I think I'm just gonna recover and see what he goes for. I'm gonna go for Dark Pulse. No flinch, please. That's all I really care about. That does a lot of damage. He is Life Orb. I got knew, but forgot. Because I'm smart. Get a good amount of HP back there. I don't know if I really want to take another one of those though. I think Artemis is the least useful member. I need to keep everything else healthy. No, I can't go Noivern and revenge this. I can't revenge this with Noivern. I think I just have to 1v1 this with Melodic. I think that's one way of beating this. Yeah, it's one way of beating this is 1v1ing it with Melodic. He shouldn't be able to 2KO me. No, he should be fine. Honestly, this Scald's gonna do a lot. As long as I avoid this burn, or this flinch on the next Dark Pulse, I should be okay. Keyword is should be. Oh, we got the burn too, that's nice. I wasn't even paying attention, I thought it was my burn. That's scary range, dude. I am playing with fire on this roll. I think I fucked up. Oh, he's gonna switch. Perfect. Don't know if I agree with that. We get a recover off. I guess he didn't want to fuck with that roll, so I guess that's fair. Just in a nice amount of HP still. That's cool. I sack Mesper here, I think. Mamoswine's not weakened though, is the thing. Mamoswine's still an issue. Mamoswine's not an issue as long as I have this. I think I go LT Gray. I think Greninja's in range of Specs Flamethrower. Especially after rocks. Oh yeah, it's in range of Specs Flamethrower, for sure. Gonna go for the Thunder. Unfortunately, I avoid that, so I'm gonna be able to get a nice hit off here, so that's cool. That does suck for my opponent, but that's Pokemon, what you gonna do? I think I just click Flare Blitz and get big damage off of something. Don't really care what he goes into. If he goes Mamo, he goes Mamo. We know he's not Life Orb on Mamoswine, so I could potentially live from where I'm at. If he Volt Switches, that's fine. Honestly, I think he will Volt Switch here. It's like it's a safe play. And we DC'd. God fucking damn it. Oh, I guess we'll be back whenever the hell we can recreate this. Okay, we're back. He just webs twice on the Thunder Mist, so we're back to where we started. Now, I believe I was going to just Flare Blitz here, not wanting to let this thing take the fucking Thunder, not letting this thing leave for free, basically. But I kinda am thinking I want to Super Z move on the potential Mammo switching, but like I said, I don't think he's gonna go Mammo, so I think the safest play is to just Blitz here. So he's gonna switch. If he goes Mammo, I'm gonna be so upset. He went Greninja. Okay, so he sacks Grin. I'm alright with that. That's fine with me. Grin does a rock, so Dancy actually gets a rock skill. Rocks kill. So Grin is going to go 0-1, dies to rocks. Okay, so I am at -1 now with a Mega Mawile in front of me. How much do I do to this thing if he has no bulk investments? I do a lot. I still do a ton. That's with like a good chunk of HP too. Honestly, I think it's like in my best interest to just click the damn button, forehead. Cause fuck it, it's Flare Blitz and I ain't fucking around with a Mega Mawile. Sucker Punch isn't gonna do anything to me and I'm gonna get off like 70 to 80 something with this Flare Blitz, so. He doesn't run a lot of speed outspeed me too. I don't think he is faster. So he's gonna go for a sub, which is fine, as I'm just gonna click Flare Blitz, dude. I don't care. I don't necessarily need this thing at this point. I just need to get out with as much HP as possible, basically. How much? My Z move doesn't do shit. I could U-turn here. I think that's a no. It's not a safe play. I don't want to. I don't want to let him sub again. Yeah, he's gonna sub again. Yeah, I just continuously Flare Blitz. I don't care. He's not at -1, so his play rough is going to be doing quite a bit. I'm in range of play rough whenever he decides to go for it. That also tells me he is incredibly fast, though, because I'm jolly 113 speed. Wait, how is he faster than me? Didn't I outspeed this max speed? I did. Oh, webs, duh. Sorry. I'm not smart. I forgot about the webs, duh. Alright, so I guess we're played up now. And that is, of course, gonna finish me off. Forgot about the webs. Feels bad, man. Okay. What's this thing called? That's a Mega Mawile. And Incineroar is going to drop. Feels bad, man. But I do believe it is time to just go Echo and click the panic button, which is in fact Specs Flamethrower, because he has no switch-ins. Torn will probably die to it after rocks. Again, I never died to this Sucker Punch, like ever. So we go to Noivern. That's a +1. It's not a +1. He's not neutral. The Sucker Punch does 51 to 61. I never died to Sucker Punch. I click Flamethrower, and I get a kill. Yeah, I never died of that. I never died to that. I am really starting to think that this is a Scarf Mammoth Swine, though. I really do think it's Scarf Mammoth. The Noivern's gonna grab another one, and I don't have to deal with Mega Mawile anymore, so that's lovely. So he still has Galv, Torn, and Memo left. And of course he goes into Memo. It's the perfect switch into this thing. I think I just go Mess for it one more time. Actually, I'm in range of rocks. Fuck. Is this somehow 26%? No, it's not. I'm just gonna Flamethrower, because fuck it. Yeah. Guess for knock. He is Scarf. Yeah, he's definitely Scarf Memo. 100% Scarf Memo Swine. That's obnoxious. Scarf. 1 dash. So Noivern's gonna go 2-1. It's fine. I put in a decent amount of work. I can go Artemis. I think I could just click the good old button. I think I'm just gonna click Psychic, honestly. I could have potentially preserved that. Yeah, you know, I just see the play. Like, I'm sure some of you guys see the play. I see the play that I could have made. I could have gone Artemis first and then Healing Wish back up Noivern. Yeah, I completely missed that. My bad, dudes. That's a choke. It's not as bad of a choke as the ones I've been making, but it's still a choke, so. If he actually gives me this, it's pretty good, honestly. So, this should kill. Wait, no, it won't kill at all. What the hell am I thinking? I thought it was lower than that, my bad. I thought I got the flamethrower damage off, which I clearly did not. So, yeah, I think, depends on how much Galvantula does to me. I might be able to pull a Melodic. Melodic might be able to come through. It's not looking good. But, I am in fact a Melodic, so... Knockoff's gonna do a good... Okay, I need to decide whether or not I need to... I need to decide whether or not it's worth it for me to, recover now to get out of range of the Thunder next turn. So I'm at 148 HP, that's at 73%. So we go to a Galvantula. We know he's not Life Orb. So... Thunder is doing 59 to 71. This knockoff from a Scarf Mamoswine, which I'm thinking probably has to be Jolly against me to outspeed Noivern. I don't think he can be adamant Scarf and outspeed Noivern. He might be able to. Is there a Scarf set? There is. Cool. Knockoff is doing 17 to 19%, so that will put me in range of Thunder, so I think I need to recover once. I need to recover once to make sure I'm out of range of Thunder after I scald this thing. So I'll recover here. I'm guaranteed out of Thunder range after the second knockoff, because the second knockoff is not going to do nearly as much because of how knockoff works, since I no longer have an item. How's that still doing the same amount? I should not be doing the same amount. What? Whatever. I don't know why it's saying it's... Whatever. It should be doing like 8 to 10, basically. So he's gonna go for it again. It's going to do... Yeah, I'm at 165. What am I gonna be at after the burn, though? That's the thing. So Mama's gonna go down. I need to see what I'm at after the burn. 153. 153 puts me at 76%. He goes Galvantula. So I am out of range of 1, but I need to recover to have a chance against the yeah, I need to recover once. Have a chance against the Tornadus. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. I think eventually it's just a little bit too strong. No, it's not going to go down. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can do this. Yeah, I'm in range. After trying to recover again on the off chance he misses. No. Yeah, I should die to this. Yep. GG. That was a really good game, though. It sucks for the DC and, like, the, you know, whole having to recreate the game, but I think we played decently well. We were playing one of the best players in the community, so I think I did good for, you know, my first time playing against, like, top-tier competition. Like, real top... No disrespect, obviously, meant to, like, anyone, but, like, Techno's one of the best players in the community, so... yeah. I feel like that was a good game. It's just, like... He made the plays, man. I'm doing what I can, boys, but like I said, dude, like this run is so difficult. The last 4 weeks of the season are nuts. So, yeah, good game to Tech, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will do my best to end this losing streak. This is like my first real like losing streak in a league. I've never been like in this position before. I've always been like one of the better teams in my conference or my league, or like I've always had like a higher seed. So this is like new for me, going through a real legitimate losing streak. Like I've lost games, but I've usually like won the next week, or like at the most lost 2 games in a row. Like I think a 2-game losing streak is my longest losing streak before this. So it's tough. I'm gonna do my best to bounce back and give you guys the content you deserve, which is me actually winning games. But I think depending on differentials, I am still in a playoff spot, so that's good. I need to win at least 2 of my last 3 games to keep that spot. And again, that all depends on other people's games as well. So I'm, I'm not out by any means, but I'm not safe either. So I'm gonna do my best, boys. Thank you guys so much for watching and for your continued support. And I will see you all in next week again. GG Tech, go check him out in the description down below. All that sort of stuff. Peace.